After many failed Spider-Man games, Sony decided to give Insomniac the privilege of making a Spider-Man game from scratch. One that doesn't follow the events of a certain movie, but has its own universe and story. Graphically, no Spider-Man game achieved what this did. The world is full of detail and feels lived in. Textures are high quality and models are top-notch, especially the Spidey suits. I swear, it's always pleasing to look at the many suits the game has and their incredible detail. Something else worth pointing out is the facial animations. They're extremely nice to look at and, for some reason, satisfying. In addition, the amazing voice acting makes quips sound natural and relevant. Many Spider-Man video games struggled with that aspect, but this game nails it easily.
Writing your memoirs? Don't forget the hyphen between Spider and Man.
Marvel's Spider-Man polished its gameplay like no other Spider-Man game. There are several points to talk about, starting with the combat. Some people call the combat a slower version of the Arkham one, and they're wrong. Combat feels smooth and responsive. It has its own charm and allows the player to be creative with their own moves because of Spidey's vast moveset and many gadgets, which can be expanded using the distinctive skill tree. Second, swinging. This was one of the first things Insomniac worked on, and it's perfect in every way. It's smooth, it's responsive, and feels empowering and realistic at the same time. And last, stealth. Stealth isn't very deep, and it can be considered easy and simple, but in my opinion, if it was any deeper, it would have downgraded the experience. It's also safe to mention the amazing QuickTime events and MJ and Miles' sequences. They're not the best, and they're mainly there just to give more insight into the story. Marvel's Spider-Man story proved that a Spider-Man game can have a masterpiece of a story. It's well made and told, and instead of starting it off with Uncle Ben's death, they learned from Spider-Man Homecoming and skipped it, which allowed Spider-Man to have a better connection and history with the villains of the game. As for the game's issues, it has some, but nothing big, with the exception of the game crashing from time to time, and I encountered most of the crashes during the MJ sequences. Marvel's Spider-Man is the Spider-Man game that saved the hero's name in the gaming industry, and for that, it deserves a 9.7 out of 10.